Well, hello. Welcome back. Thank you for joining me today. I started on this page and I thought this was turning out, the colors were turning out so pretty. And the whole other page is little flowers. And so I've used basically just 3 colors. I did use a brown for the twig. But other than that, I've used just basically the 3 colors. I've used a yellow and violets, purples, and then I used green. And it turned out so pretty. So I was going to show you working on this page some of the flowers and how I did them. So it really makes a beautiful blend across this Johanna book, and it is The World of Flowers, and I just thought we would kind of work on it a little bit together. It takes quite a while to do a whole page of flowers like this, so let's get started. I'm just going to move you a little bit closer and turn you around just a little bit, and you'll be able to see more of what we're doing. And so the yellow that I'm using is not really yellow, it's cream, and it is my poly colors. I'm using Charisma 134, and the green that I'm using is just the earth green yellowish 168. And actually I have just kind of mixed in a handful of different shades plus the ivory 103 for just a couple of the flowers that just to lighten them up. So in order to get all of the flowers done and also bring the green over into this side, I have been making some of the flowers green, which blends the page, because there's really just, well, there are no leaves. These 2 here are the only ones on this flower here that there are. So by painting or coloring some of the leaves also green and making the flowers green, it blends the whole thing together. And I don't know if you can see them, but I put little dots of purple and yellow all the way around. They're hardly noticeable, and they will just be the border. And then when I get done, I'm going to use some distressed ink just around a circle on the edges, just a light color like that. So I'm just kind of playing with the colors and the purples. So the purples I'm using, I'll tell you as I use them. This one is Charisma 134. And so I'm just kind of adding to each little flower. Some I'm not doing anything to, and some I'm just adding a little bit of color around the edge. So my challenge was don't use any more colors than these. And when I was first looked to see how many flowers there were, I was like, I don't know. I just don't know if this is going to work. And actually, I'm just trying not to put anything the same next to each other. Anything that's exactly the same. I'm just kind of spreading it out a little bit here and there. Kind of like that. So I haven't used a yellow on this side, so I'm going to sharpen this one. It kind of broke in half. It's kind of weird. There we go. But it just broke like right down the half, and part of the wood it just peeled away. It was very different. All right, so this one we're going to go ahead and do this part yellow. It's not yellow, it's cream. But I love this color, and it's a pretty creamy yellow. That's all I can say. And I've been working on all these flowers off and on since last night, I think. Maybe I just started today. Off and on. I don't know. Can't remember now. Your days and nights ever run together? Sometimes I can't remember what I did. Whether I did it yesterday or what did I do that today? Okay, so that's basically what I'm doing. And then I'm just going to pick one of my purples. And this is light red violet. And I'm going to fill in the inside here. Okay, now we got to do these little peaks. And then I'm going to take my green and just around the edge there's some little dots. So I'm just going to very, very lightly go right around the edge. I think most of this book I will be using my Prismacolors in, because I don't like how these blend, the polychromos. I just have a harder time, and I know that at some point I'll probably learn better way of doing it, but at this point, layering is okay, but blending is really hard with these, I think. My thought. And then I'm just going to do that. Like that. I think that turned out really pretty. So I think I need some green over here. So I'm going to start with this little flower. I'm talking and thinking out loud so that you know what I'm thinking. Because I need to switch up some color here. Because we got yellow and purple, green, purple around us. So I'm just going to make these flowers right here green. And I don't know what's happening there. I'm coloring it weird. There we go. I just thought these colors turned out so pretty together. And these are just so difficult. Not sure why they would just keep doing flowers where you can't even color them, because you can't even with a really sharp pencil, you can't get all the way down in there. I seen a lady the other day, I was watching her video, and she just literally took her whole book apart, page by page. Cut it open, I guess. I guess you would cut down the middle. And as she was showing her book, she was showing it piece by piece. I can see where that might be easier. And this one is Magnesium Violet 108. I did allow myself to use the different colors of violet and purple and lavender that come with the polys. Okay, I'm just gonna, you just want to skip some of these because there's like not easy to get to. So, what one is this? This is Violet. which looks like the same as I did this one here. And it's got some kind of little doodads there. Let's sharpen it a little bit. Where did it go? So now I'm just darkening on the sides. So it kind of makes that petal look rounded. Okay. I'm just trying to take one flower at a time and not try to make them like any other flower, just keep working at them. I made all the little ones all different colors too. The butterflies, they're little flies. I don't know what they are. I just made them yellow. And it just kind of makes it look rounded, like each little petal is rounded. So I think we're just going to make these green. And these little things we can make green. Oops, we missed them. I could right in the center make it green, and then I'm going to take this Charisma 134 and there. So maybe we'll just continue with this Charisma. I'm going to sharpen it though. Kind of getting dull. And color this little flower. And I think I'm going to use the green. And I'm going to color these in so they don't get colored. And maybe we'll color these in with the green. Okay. Then we can come up and finish. Just fill in with this Charisma. Is it Charisma? Yeah. Sometimes it feels like things should go faster than they are, but one step at a time. And before you know it, it is done. And that's making a very pretty little flower. Okay. So I think I will take the light red violet now. And let's take our yellow. Yellow. I was hesitating. Do I want to do that? So we're going to kind of do it backwards to what this bigger flower is like. Okay, so I did the centers with the yellow, and I will make the little green right there. And then I'm just going to color this outer side in. You just kind of have to keep alternating. And don't let it intimidate you, because you just got to just keep going. Like that. Just one flower at a time. It's fun to pick just a few colors and do a whole double page. Now this page, however, I did add some more violets and purples. Where the other page I just used the same color purple. And it turned out really pretty, but this is just when you look away and you look back at it, it's looking very pretty together. And that's the goal, is to just keep it happy. I'm going to color the leaves green. And this time we'll just come in with, let's change that color. Like that. If you wanted to, you could add just a touch. So we do need to do this one, so let's just do the whole leaf. It's really hard for me because I can't get down in there. To do the whole thing. Then you start coloring on the other side too, but you just got to do the best you can. It is what it is. I thought about leaving a lot of these colors like in a circle, all these outer ones uncolored, and just do the distress ink over the top of them. But then I changed my mind. And I thought I'll just do the best I can. I think this one will just make green. Bring a little purple up. in the center. And maybe we'll just color these leaves, whatever flower they are. Kind of like that. And then, let's see. We're getting a lot of the same colors, but I'm just going to do the center. Maybe I'll go out a little farther and we'll just tip them. Okay. What's this violet again? I'm just going to kind of like draw some lines if possible. Kind of like that. Alright, so now we got this little cutie. And, well, we'll use the red light. Like that. And make it darker in some of the spots. These are the hardest ones to do, is the ones on the edges. There we go. Now we'll get this little group. I think we'll do this one yellow. And do some little shading on it. I think this is the Charisma. I'm just going to very, very lightly go around the edges. Just a taste, just very, very light. Letting it just barely pick up that color. Now I'll fill these little guys in. I'm just going to very, very lightly push a little bit of this color up into that petal. Just enough, like that. It really doesn't do much good to come back in and try to blend them, because I don't have much luck at doing that with these. Okay, so I think this one we're going to make green. Kind of like that. And then this one, pull my sleeves up. It's beginning to get warm in here. It's been raining all day. The sun's out for a little while. So this is the Charisma again. And I'm just going to color it nice and heavy so that that color really pops. And just lightly here. Can make it a little darker on the sides. I just love coloring in this little world of flowers. That makes it nice and brilliant. Okay. I think I'll make the center yellow again. Just like that. Okay. And this is blue violet. Let's start with this one. Okay. Picked up the wrong pencil. I want to do some green. Okay, let's do a light violet in the center. Doing it light around the outside and pushing in the center. All right, so let's do this little guy, yellow, cream, okay. I think we'll do the center green. I'm just going to pull a little bit of the green out into the petal. Kind of like that. And our little flies, we've just been doing yellow. So I'm not sure what kind of little flies they are. And then doing a dark purple. And that was, again, the blue violet. So let's try the magnesium violet on this little flower. It's just a different shade. Darken it up a little bit on the sides. Go over these little turned up leaves lightly. I'm going to take the violet. Let's try that. Try to cover up these little dots. Just a little bit. Okay. So let's figure out what we want to do with this one. Right here. And I think we're going to take our white again. It's kind of like this color here. It's not really white, it's a cream or an ivory. And I'm going to go over the whole thing. Giving it a good press in. Okay. So do this yellow. Just out from the center just to give it some color. Like that. And then let's take our purple violet and just start coming down the top. I'm going to sharpen it a little bit. Oops. Headed in the wrong direction. So I'm just kind of making long lines. There's so many ways to do flowers that it's all in your imagination what kind of colors and what to add. But since I did the white underneath it, or the ivory, it gives me a freer to make these lines just like that. Because we don't want it to be solid. I don't. I want it just to kind of be almost like little veins running up in there. I guess the only thing I can do is pull down. Doesn't that turn out pretty? I'm going to just take my ivory a little bit on this side. Like that. Okay. So I think we'll make this little guy. I didn't do anything to the center of that one. So what I was going to do is just go over these little stamens. Like that. Let's just start violet again. I'm going to make it green. Like that. And that looks like a little orchid again. So I'll do some of this green. This one I just went around and around making lines, and switching colors, making lines, switching colors. Like that. And then I think I'll use this charisma down here. My orchids that are blooming right now are purple, a dark purple. They're really pretty. See, we missed one there. And that'll be good enough for that. I'm going to press in right in the ends. And just try to that. We'll do the same thing on this side. I think we'll go ahead and do this lightly in here, the same color. Sometimes I think I'm right there in the center of the camera and I'm not. What's up with that? Okay, so now we need to go a whole different color. Let's try this purple violet. This was a lot of little flowers. Just trying to darken it, which it's hard to tell because it's already a dark color. Okay, we'll let that one be. So we need something yellow over here, so let's start with this one. Just giving it a good little press of yellow. Like that. I'm going to add a little green. There we go. Just a little bit. Maybe we'll make this one green. I'm just looking around, seeing which colors I haven't used in this little tiny corner. Kind of like that. Let's use a purple. I'm just going to add a little bit of purple into this one. Kind of like that. That makes that pretty. So let's go ahead and make this one purple too. See if we can get these little things green. I'm just going to make this centerpiece green. Okay. That makes a pretty flower too. That green and purple like that. Just try and not like that. Maybe we'll do this little piece. That you can barely see. Okay. So now I think we're going to start out with green on this one. It's going to be pretty too. And I think I'll just make this green. And then let's make all these little guys purple. And then let's do the center with yellow. Like that. Okay. So now we got this little corner one here. And it is a pretty little one. So let's do the center yellow. And let's do the light red violet. on the outer sides of these petals. Like that. And then I'm going to just do the green. And we have one more flower over there in the corner. Barely a flower. And it's, where is it? There it is. Way down in there. Well, let's do it green. Okay. Whew, that was a job. So let's see. The only way I can tell what side's up is these little flowers here. Let me lift it up. Get you higher. And let me do the distressed ink. I think I'm just going to do this old paper. And it's actually kind of green. It's not. I don't know if you can see this or not. But it's going to be really, really light. So just around the very edges. Some of these are like there isn't even anything in them. So I'm doing it so light that you're barely going to be able to see it. And it's just around the edge. So I want to do the same thing in here. But this is so light. It's not even like you can hardly see it. And I'm sure it's not going to show up on camera, but it's just like that. And that's old paper, but that's all we're going to do to this page. So let me see if I can get up high enough to where you can see both sides. And I think that makes a very, very pretty page of both of them. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching, and I appreciate it. Thank you for my new subscribers. I hope you'll enjoy the things that I'm posting. If you got any comments, please just leave them below. And if you like it, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I really appreciate it. And if nobody's told you today that you are amazing, that you're wonderful, let me be the one to tell you today you are. And I love you all. And I just send you lots of hugs and kisses. Thank you.